It's the start of a new week, new chance to get better. So we're out here getting some aerobic miles in, probably gonna get about 9, and then gonna finish off with some hill strides. Should be about 75 minutes of on-feet time this morning, and then we'll bike for about an hour and a half to 2 hours this afternoon. It's warming up here in Sacramento, and man, it's making my heart rate go way higher. I am not heat adapted at all. This week of training is built around 2 workouts. One is the uphill treadmill tomorrow, 8 by 5 minutes at threshold. And then the second one is our Saturday morning long run. Trying to do 16 miles, start easy and moderate, around 50K effort with a couple of strides to finish. Fueling really heavy in both of those workouts and starting to train the gut capacity. 7 miles in, we're at the hill for the strides. Better rip 6 by 30-second hill strides. So we're gonna start a little easier and then work into them, I think. So, we got carbs, more carbs on the bike. Each of these bottles got about 60 grams of carbs. This one got 100 milligrams of caffeine. They both got 500 milligrams of electrolytes. About an hour into the bike ride right now, averaging about 190 watts. But I wanted to take a minute to just talk about what we got going on this week. So this week we're reintroducing intensity. So what are we doing? Tomorrow we're doing uphill treadmill threshold. So it's going to be 8 times 5 minutes with the goal to keep the effort moderate on the first 4 and then push the second 4, pushing the heart rate into the 165s, maybe peak at like 170. Other than that, I want to have a couple days of really good strides. So this morning I did 6 by 30-second hill strides. That went really well. I was really happy with that. And the goal is to do that at least 2 more times, maybe 3, depending on if we add it in at the end of the long run. We might just add in a little tempo section at the end of the long run at like 50K effort. Goals for this week: a lot of aerobic volume. We're talking 8 to 10 hours on the bike, 60 total miles of running this week. But that's the easy part. The hard part's the recovery for me. So lots of fuel in the workouts, not being afraid of over fueling in the workouts. Lots of hydration, lots of sleep, lots of stretching and massage. Outside of workout nutrition, what are we looking at? We're looking at about 180 grams of protein each day. The carbs are going to fluctuate based on the intensity and the volume, but we're looking at low end 350, high end like 550. And then fat, we're trying to keep around 50, 60 grams. We got just over 5 months till Harding Hustle, which is plenty of time to get really fit, really fast. Out for an easy spin this morning. Just gonna do like an hour and a half, get a little bit of work in without creating very much fatigue. We got a big workout this afternoon, so we're trying to keep it light. About halfway through the ride, just stopped to fuel up a little bit, take a sec. We're not in any rush today. Right now we're averaging about 200 watts, kind of right where we want to be. Rice Krispie treats, if you're out there, sponsor me. Kellogg's, I consume an ungodly amount of these. So we got about 45 minutes of riding left, and then once we're home, switch right into recovery mode, eat some food. I'll sit in the compression booth, I'll do some massage, make sure I'm well hydrated for this afternoon because I'm sure I'm going to sweat a lot. It's my first high quality session in like a month, so I'm stoked to see how it goes and see how I feel. First session back, I normally feel a little shitty, but it comes back pretty quickly. I didn't get any footage from the threshold session, so I was doing it in gym on a treadmill. Wasn't a great place to film, but we're gonna run through it here. So it was an hour and 36 minutes, average heart rate of 154. The workout was 8 times 5 minute with 2 minutes rest between, all done at 8%, starting at an 8:30 pace, and then the latter 4 reps we brought that pace down. What we'll really care about is like where the heart rate was. Low to mid 160s for the first 4, and then in the mid to high 160 beats per minute. I was able to fuel it pretty well. I took a gel with about 45 grams of carbs halfway through, and I was sipping on a bottle with 60 grams of carbs the whole time. So in that 8 by 5 minute, probably consumed 80 grams of carbs. Definitely gonna keep this in as a staple for now. We got a little pre-run brekkie going on here. So we got an English muffin, a slice of sourdough. This got jam, butter, honey, and then a coffee. About to smash that down, probably sit for about 30 minutes and then go out for some easy miles. My legs are definitely a little tired from yesterday's threshold, so we're taking this run as easy as possible. We're just gonna do 6 miles, just keeping it super relaxed. I'm really happy with yesterday's workout, so right now I'm just trying to absorb that work. Just finished up my easy run, 6 miles, 8:40 pace. Kept the heart rate nice and low, average 124. Just trying to keep it nice and aerobic. Zone 1, low end zone 2 at most. Try to absorb the training from yesterday and recover. Smack the Rice Krispie treat, you know how it goes. Kellogg's sponsor me. So because I wanted to keep the run as easy as possible, picked my recovery shoe, Miro 18s. These things, I love them for recovery runs. Best for recovery runs. Other than that, I don't use them that much. Anything faster, I'll use the Evo SLs or my Infinity runs. Legs are definitely a little fatigued from yesterday, but that's what we want. Yesterday was a good workout. So for breakfast, we got 80 grams of oats getting cooked up. We'll do scoop protein powder, and then we're gonna go hit legs in a little bit, do probably some squats, something for the posterior chain, some calf work, maybe a little bit of quad work. We just got some easy miles on tap right now. Doing about 8 or 9. Keep it nice and aerobic. And then we got a bike this afternoon, keeping that nice and aerobic as well. Ended up hitting legs yesterday and doing a lot of calf work, so my calves are a little sore. So we're gonna avoid hill strides today, because they tend to put a lot of stress on the calves. Doing a light little afternoon spin, a little more work in the legs, get those quads stronger. So we're gonna go for probably just under 2 hours. Really just building more volume onto the week. At this point, we're not trying to get a bunch more fatigue, either today or tomorrow. We're trying to come into Saturday, our long run, feeling fairly fresh. Don't have to be super fresh. I can carry a little fatigue, but I don't want to be absolutely smashed. So I'll do some strides tomorrow, keep the bikes easy. So supposed to be on about a 9-mile run right now, just over 3 miles in, and I'm walking at 2 hours at 200 watts yesterday. Took it out of my legs. I got no juice, but we're gonna run what we can, walk the rest. Not how I wanted today to go, but some days your body is just really tired and you can only do what you can do. Tomorrow we're supposed to do 16 miles. It's the long run of the week, and I want to have like a good quality long run. I'm just starting to reintroduce the long runs back after taking about a month off from them, and kind of the cornerstone of building fitness for me is just like having really good long runs. We'll do everything we can tonight to wake up feeling as fresh as we can tomorrow and put down the best effort. Good morning, long run day. We got 16 miles on the cards today. So right now, prepping coffee. So I'm gonna put down a coffee and a banana, sit for a minute, stretch out, get ready, loosen up, and then we'll prep our nutrition and then hit the miles. We got 16 miles, starting easy, building into moderate, doing like a little bit of threshold for like a mile probably, just to work on the fatigue resistance at the end, and then just like 2 steady miles to finish out. So that's the plan. Gotta prep the fuel for the run. We're gonna do about 120 grams of carbs, 2 hours. So that's 60 grams of carbs an hour. Got our little pouches, got our syrup. Now we pour. So first one done, fill it up. We need about 45, 46 grams of maple syrup to equal about 40 grams of carbs. So 2 more to go, and then nutrition's prepped. I'm probably not gonna bring a bottle. There's plenty of water out where I'm running, plenty of drinking fountains. Just ticked over into mile 2. Got 6 more miles easy. Then we're gonna build into moderate for 5. After 5 moderate, we're gonna do 1 threshold and then 2 cool down for 16 total. Today we're rocking the Alpha Flies. Keep it nice and cushioned. These are my retired race pair. So now I get to do all my long runs in them, and I love it. Just over 4 miles in, took the first gel. We're We're sitting at around low 7-minute pace. Middle is Z2. So, going good so far. Happy with the heart rate response at this point. Just about to hit 8 miles. Gonna take a gel right now. Got 0.2 left. Once I hit 8, I flip. I'm gonna do 4 miles at moderate, 1 mile at threshold. I'm moving it up. I'm only doing 4 miles moderate because I want to do that mile threshold at a better, flatter spot. Just took the last gel. Got a little less than a half mile of moderate left. And then we hit the threshold bit. And here we go into the threshold. Moderate and threshold done. It's a wrap. 147 for that final threshold mile. I don't know what my heart rate was, but ideally it's like 162, 164. It's definitely a little high. I saw like 168, 169, coming over a couple hills. Boom, done. Long run over, 3 gels, smashed 120, 130 grams of carbs, and about hour and 50 minutes. Going in, nice quick protein shake, 14 grams of protein, 24 grams of carb. Already got the oatmeal cooking up, 80 grams of oats, and we'll throw in a scoop of protein powder. Alpha Flies rocked it as always. Felt the bottom of my foot a little bit. I was hoping to not feel it at all. I guess I haven't been taking the recovery of it as serious as I should have been. So we got to refocus on that. Lots of calf stretching, lots of rolling the bottom of my feet. Red light on the bottom of my foot. All right, I got the run stats. 16 miles, hour, 50 minutes, 6:53 average pace, 145 average heart rate. So for this first 8 miles, averaged high 130s heart rate, which pretty happy with. And then moved into our 4 moderate miles, average right around, probably average a 6:32 pace for all 4, 154 average heart rate. Really happy with that. It's kind of right where I want my 50K effort right now. At least my heart rate. I'd like the pace to be a little lower, but we'll get there. And then my 1 threshold mile, we averaged a 166 heart rate, 548 mile. The final 3 miles averaged 6:30, 7:15. Good way to end off the week. That gets us to 60 miles of running this week. We're gonna stay right around there. Probably for the next month, we'll keep pushing the intensity a little bit. I only did 1 day of strides this week. I wanted to do more, but I was just too fatigued the rest of the days. Monday we did strides, Tuesday we did uphill treadmill threshold, and then after Tuesday I was just pretty tired. I did a long bike on Thursday, so I was tired Wednesday, I was tired Friday, and then today obviously we did some moderate and threshold miles, so we didn't really need to do strides. But I'd like to get to 2 to 3 days of strides, a harder threshold workout, and then a long run with some quality in there. So that's kind of the goal, sticking around that 60 miles a week for the next month or so. Plan is to do another 2 months of kind of base building, kind of just the same format I'm doing now, and then move into a 12-week training plan for Harding Hustle. But right now the goal is to just get really aerobically fit, get my threshold really good, get my heart rate responses where I want them, and then get really healthy and injury-free. So I want to be able to go into that training plan, no niggles, feeling ready to push mileage, push intensity, whatever's required, just being like really prepared. And for me that means being really healthy. So that's the goal.